Okay, now we're going to look at how to put pictures into your blog posts. I'm going to show you two ways to do it. One is kind of the lazy way to do it, and one is the way that's a little bit better but takes a little more time and is slightly more difficult. Now, if you've been following the first two parts of this lesson, you know that this particular post that I've been writing has to deal with training conversations, difficult conversations. Now, I want to search Google for some pictures. So I typed in difficult conversations into Google. I'm looking in the images, results, looking for some good pictures. Here's kind of a good one. You know, this one's pretty good. I'm gonna click it. Let's see the image. Now you'll see some people will disguise their images because one of the techniques I'm going to show you is how to kind of well, I'm going to show you first of all how to actually steal an image, but also how to borrow images, and that both of those techniques, some people don't want you doing that. They obviously don't want you stealing their images, but they may not want you to borrow it either. So that is one thing. Rarely you'll find people will kind of prevent you from doing that. Now, let's see, no real good pictures for that term. Let me type in the word argument. See if there's anything good here. A few funny ones, but none that really apply. Here's actually Calvin and Hobbes. Everyone loves Calvin and Hobbes. So let me get that. Alright, so what I'm going to show you right now is how to borrow an image. You go and you copy the link. And now let me find, I'm not going to have this. You know what, this would make a really good lead image. So you go and you click that little upload insert picture link. What I'm going to do right now, since I copied the URL and I'm borrowing this image, I'm going to go and paste the URL in here. And then I'm going to put in some description text. Now, if your description matches the picture, then by all means put in some text. But a very bad um, description would be something that doesn't apply to the text. For example, my blog is about personal training. If I wrote something about personal training with that Calvin and Hobbes picture, that would be a kind of an abuse of the description, and you will be penalized for it. So try to avoid that. Okay, now I put it in. Now, as you can see, the size, I'm not very happy with it. What I'm going to do, most of my pictures here are a size of 250. So I'm going to minimize it and shrink it. Also, most of my pictures are in an aspect ratio of 3 to 4. Now, one thing I've noticed is that this picture is kind of square, and that doesn't really fit with what I do on my blog. Like I said, my pictures are all in an aspect ratio of 3 by 4, which is allows me to alright, I'm having a nightmare here trying to get this trying to get rid of this picture. Alright, I just hit the undo button to get rid of it. Now most of my pictures are 3 by 4 aspect ratio, which allows me to have a nice consistent look. I like the blog, this particular blog, to look like a magazine. That's a personal choice. For some blogs, and this might even be encouraged, is that you could have pictures of all different sizes, which just gives it, breaks up the text, and that could be your style too. So what I'm going to show you right now, I showed you how to borrow the image. I'm going to show you how to actually, quote unquote, steal the image, and do whatever you want to it so that it works for your blog. Now, what you'll find I did here, when I'm opening up my picture manager, let Let me go here into pictures. Okay, now I have some weird pictures here for all different projects I'm working on. Now I'm going to go and paste the picture in. Let's see if I can find it. There we go. Alright, so I'm going to select it. First I want to crop it and make it like I talked about in a 3:4 aspect ratio. Alright, there we go. It's now in 3:4. Let me cut away some of this white text. Alright, there we go. So now I framed it really well. And then, like I said, most of my pictures are in are the size of 250. So I put 250 into both fields, and it'll automatically resize it into the widest field being 250. And then I'm going to save it under a different name, and I'm going to call it Calvin and Hobbes argument. Okay, so there we go, that part is done. Now comes the time to put it into the post. Now this time I'm not going to hit from URL. Now I'm going to have select files, go into my pictures, and we're going to find the picture here. Calvin and Hobbes argument, there it is. We're going to insert it left. Wait, whoops. I didn't want to do that because I want to put a caption on the picture. As often as possible, you want to put a caption on there. Caption. So now, since I uploaded it from my actual computer, the picture is now in my gallery. So I can go and show it. And now for the caption here is difficult conversations are a part of life. Now, captions are very important. People like to read them. They're very powerful. If you can sell in some way in your caption, that's also cool. But again, they're very useful. Alright, so I put it in. Now, for some reason this time, the caption did not show up. That happens every now and then. Now, let's take a look at how the blog post looks with the picture in it. And there, it looks pretty cool. Looks pretty good, pretty funny. So I like that. I'm going to save it. And yeah, so there, as you saw, now, I didn't have to save it right there. I could have saved it at the end after I put all the pictures in. Now, as you saw, putting in a picture is simple as that. I showed you how to both steal and borrow a picture. And the one problem with stealing pictures is you have to be careful with it. If you steal a picture from the wrong person who is very protective of their pictures, they can actually get your site shut down for violating their copyright rules. So again, I'm not telling you to steal pictures. You can buy pictures for as little as $1. I'm just saying this is one option you have, and people do it all the time. So again, use it at your own risk. Don't do it and get shut down. And don't tell people I'm telling you to do it. Alright, so simple as that. That ends part 3 of this little lesson, and I may come back with a few closing points for you.